What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Land. Welcome back to another episode of Pallet Picks. And today on Pallet Picks, you see I'm still surrounded by figures, man. So we just gonna knock out another 4 figures and talk about them. Once again, I actually have a new one that came in today that I can't wait to open. So I'm gonna open that up, and the rest, I think I'm gonna open. I've been sitting on for a minute, or I've been sitting on a month. But let's go ahead and start with the first figure. I think I'm gonna open up Jean Grey. I probably had her about 2 weeks, and I really didn't care too much for this Jean Grey. Let me turn this thing off. Got the round table going. I didn't really too much care for this Jean Grey from the X-Men 97 because I have the Love Triangle 3-pack of Jean Grey. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have too many Jean Greys. This is actually a good looking Jean Grey. It's got a pinless body. It's updated with 2 new head sculpts. And of course with the women, with the new, the digital face print they're putting on there, the faces are a lot prettier. And she's a good looking figure. She's solid. I just really wasn't crazy over here. I'm not getting everybody in those X-Men 97 waves. I had to think about it the other day. And I'm kind of like 50-50 on the waves. That's how I was on the last wave. I got Bishop, Wolverine, and I end up getting Storm later on, which, man, I can almost sense this stuff. Like, Storm was on Walmart about a month and a half ago for $17, and Bishop. I brought another Bishop to have a second on card, but I brought 2 Storms to have a second on card and to have one to pull out. 2 weeks later, they were just gone, be honest with you. But in that wave, that's what I did in that wave. And in this new wave, I got Cyclops, Nightcrawler, and then I end up getting Magneto, and Magneto caught me by surprise. I'm like, damn, that's a really good looking head sculpt, and it's a good looking figure. And then I end up getting old Jean here, but I don't think I'm gonna get Executioner. I did not. Well, who else was in that newer wave? See, I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm basically 50-50 on this. But let's go ahead and use my trusty Punisher knife and go ahead and get Miss Jean Grey open here. She moves good. Well, I don't know. Let's see with the legs. The arms move pretty good on her. She went right into a T-pose, no problem. Legs move good too. The women still have no articulation in their ab. Like, yo, what is up with that, yeah? That definitely has to be to save money or something. But for years, women, no articulation in the ab crunch. I was looking at X-Men 87. No, 87. No, X-Manny. I'm getting E. Rivera 94 and X-Manny mixed up. But I said 87. I was watching X-Manning, and he had the new Hulk up there from the is it Iron Man wave? And she has no ab crunch. Great looking figure, but she would do miles with an ab crunch, and this Jean is no different, man. She just doesn't have one at all. But she does look good. You know, let's get into her. She moves good. Like I said, I just been moving her around just now as I opened her up. And okay, so she got the ponytail that can come off. So the ponytail is actually like a accessory, but face looks good on here, man. It really does. I like the blue paint on there. I like the X symbol on the belt. And Jean Grey ain't gonna do too much. She's got some like sprawled out hands. Another head sculpt. I guess that's to represent like Madeline with the longer hair. But pretty dope figure, man. And like I said, I just needed this figure for a placeholder. So if you're looking for a good Jean Grey, this is it. I mean, her ab, she doesn't have no ab crunch, but I mean, we deal with that with a lot of women figures. But that right there was a hit and miss thing. I could have got her or not got her. It's just she's one of the ones that's laying around in that wave, and probably pretty soon she probably won't be laying around either. She's been sitting up in my GameStop, or a certain GameStop that I go to, for about a month, man, to be honest with you, ever since that wave dropped. So I got her, and I used some points. Actually, I ended up paying $17 for this from GameStop because I had my points on there. So definitely worth it. Definitely worth it for 17 bucks now that I think about it. So let's go into another figure. Story. The backstory on this is I always planned on getting a second to open a mint on card. This is actually a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. And I just didn't ever do it. And I need these guys open. I need these guys available just to be out. So once I was cleaning out my garage, if you watch G.I. Joe episode, I think 12, I'm doing a garage clean out, trying to find all my G.I. Joes. And this is one of the figures. Like, you know what, man, let's go ahead and get these figures in the house and out of the box into my wrestling collection, because I believe that shit might have sold. I don't know. I think this is still on there. I've checked Ringside Collectible from time to time. I haven't in a minute, but it stayed up there for a long time. I think 50 bucks for the set. Definitely don't. I think, oh, it has some, and it has a backdrop in here, which is always good. That is always cool. Oh shit, it ain't hitting on nothing. Mega Power, that can go in the trash too. But man, this was a good set. This is a good looking Hulk. This is a good looking Macho Man. I mean, they're even doing the handshake in package. That's dope. This is a good in package set to collect when I think about it. Like, look how they doing the handshake here. It's fire. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm gonna pop them out just yet. I just wanted to get these guys open, and I'll probably have a little fun with these guys, be quite honest with you. But they look perfect. This is what this set is right here. Two different head sculpts. They each got 1, 2, 3, got 5 pairs of hands. Each have 5 pairs of hands, and I'm guessing the extra hand is for the handshake here. Macho Man looks good. His robe looks really good. This is like, this is one of the best Macho Mans I have right here, to be quite honest with you. Looks like he has the same head from the WWE Ultimates. Macho Man, one of those Ultimate figures. But good looking set. This is totally worth it. I still think this is at Ringside Collectibles. You know, as an exclusive. It might be still around 50 bucks, but if you like wrestling and the Mega Powers and want a cool action figure set of them, that is pretty dope right there. I'm feeling that. Like, be honest with you, I'm almost kind of mad I opened that box up. But if anything, I'll probably pose them up just like that. And I have a gang of Hulks. I have a couple of Macho Mans, but we all know Hulk Hogan comes out like ain't nobody's business, man. So we got Jean Grey. I opened up the Mega Powers. Mumra, the ever-living Tut. This is the big version of him. And man, I've been meaning to get the smaller version of him for so long, man, and I just never did it. But once again, this figure right here, I've had about 3 years, and I always meant to get a second because with Super 7's Thundercats, I didn't go hard in it. I got Lion-O, Panthro, and him. And be honest with you, that is all I really need. I was gonna go and start trying to build out the team, but I just didn't like the way they was kind of looking and almost kind of turning out. So I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, you could say a baby, when Thundercats came out. I'm talking about like 4 years old, but of course with syndication, I mean, it came on. I mean, it's a very vivid memory in my mind, Thundercats. I vividly remember watching that, being 5 or 6 years old, you know, with the syndication on it, man. But great show. But as far as my heavy attachment to it, of course, I'm black. I love Panthro. You feel me? And you know, it's just a cool show. Lion-O is always cool, but to be honest with you, I am a villain lover, and this right here is the best figure in that line to me. You know? Yeah, but this is nice right here. I'm feeling this. As long as I don't have nothing break, and I ain't never really had no bad problem with Super 7. I know lately, you know, they've been kind of, but this figure feels nice. It's not super heavy, but it feels like how it's supposed to feel. It doesn't feel hollow or cheap or anything like that. Has this, like I said, the single jointed everything, legs, arms. Has an ab crunch, which is pretty cool, pretty toyetic. And he has great sculpt in his face, and his paint looks good. His aesthetic looks really nice. I'm feeling him. This is a shelf turner, a head turner right here. You know, I'm gonna get him all dressed up or whatnot and put his little cape on and stuff, man. And got Mumra, and he had some nice things going on with him. Got a little dog. It's always cool to have an added extra pet. you know, on your shelf, man. And I mostly probably have them with this yelling head. This yelling head is fire. So, Mumra, the Ever Living. We got one more figure that I'm gonna get into, and this one just came today. And this is Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Avengers. Beyond Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's dope. Alright, so packaging is pretty cool on this. I'm probably gonna cut this up and do some things with that. You know I love art, and that's fire right there. Got the giant man. Looks like kind of the same ordeal on this side, but that's cool. I need to cut that up. Then you get this right here. I like this even more, because this could definitely be a background. It's pretty much all the Avengers and like a little imprint on there, which is pretty dope. So package fodder. You know me, I love figure fodder, package fodder, diorama fodder, period. But I can tell when I first got this pack, Van Dyne is the star in here. And like I said, with the newer Marvel Legends women's, like the face sculpts are a lot better. And this has to be like one of the prettiest. She has a very distinct look to her. But one of the prettiest Marvel Legends women's face sculpts out there, like comic wise. It's just, she definitely looks the part here. And then she looks good too. 2 head sculpts. Once again, no articulation at the ab crunch. It does have double jointed arms though. Nice head and neck rotation. I mean, this thing really moves around here. I mean, she has really nice, like, yeah, she can definitely fly. I wish she could look up a little bit more, but as far as how her head, yeah, it was like on a swivel like that. I mean, she's got some good neck articulation. Thigh cut, double jointed, knees, no boot cut, which is fine. She's gonna be flying a lot. Feet go way back as far as the rocker, so that's good for a flight position. Well, she is not gonna stick straight out anyway. I forgot how, yeah, she flies with like wings. So she has pretty good articulation, besides no damn waist to ab crunch, like none, like Jesus. She doesn't even have an abdominal cut, and that was with Jean Grey too. Just no abdominal cut. Like, I can at least give her that. I have to give it to that new Hulk, that She-Hulk that I seen. She did have an abdominal cut, but they just straight one pieces. These Flash look nice. They're a lot bigger than the Flash we got from Beast, it looks like. And they definitely a lot different as far as like the type of looking chemical that's in there. Man, it looks pretty cool though. You put some light on that, you really could do your thing. Plug these wings in her back. Yeah, she's fire. I'm liking her. Really liking that right there. I don't want to break the wings. This is my first time messing with them, but they're very articulated. You know, they can hinge, and then they can hinge back and forth like flapping. So that's dope. They can hinge up and down between the 2 wings and bend back and forth flapping. So you definitely can get like some aerial flight poses with her, man. That's pretty dope. Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. I like her. And being that she's a flying character, you know, I mean, you can get past the ab crunch ordeal. That's pretty dope right there. I'm liking that. Man, she looks good. Yeah, she's a star of this pack. I believe Hank Pym's body is reuse. And I'm probably pretty sure more of her body is reused from somewhere too. But as far as her aesthetic paint, the way she moves, she has double jointed knees, double jointed arms. Like I said, no ab crunch, no boot cut. But she's a flying character, and for what you need to do, she will serve that purpose. Figure feels pretty good. Almost feels kind of rubbery a little bit, but for the most part, to me, I mean, it feels good. Doesn't feel cheap. I would say that. It looks like they put a little bit of love in that. Pretty much got her board here. some little computer thing. Got the flask here. Got the extra head scope. Like, her head scopes are nice. Even the one where she's in her little costume here. And she has an extra pair of hands that's sprawled out. It's pretty dope. Get to my boy Hank Pym. One thing about me, I'm not gonna have him with this doctor's coat on, with this suit on. I'm to find somewhere to put this civilian head on him and this doctor's coat somewhere, but this suit is strictly will be small giant, man. Pretty much. And that's how I'm gonna play it. This is one of the most craziest little things I was kind of looking forward to out of this pack, was this little small Quinjet, Avengers Quinjet that it comes with. Just little small stuff like that. Jesus Christ. Aesthetically, Giant Man looks good. Far as his body, it just really seems like you're running the mill, to me, average Marvel Legends from back in the day. I do love the aesthetic of it. I like his paint on here. I think it looks pretty decent. It's not very popping to me, anything like that. I do love the head sculpt with the mask, the eyes, the mouth, the nose, the small like little antenna, rubbery antennas on top of his head. That looks cool. That's probably about the coolest looking part to me. That's what I like about the bigger looking Giant Man. I like that it's sculpted on the side, those like hashes that he has. But he's cool. And to be honest with you, I truly got this set because I'm like, you know what? I pretty much got all the Avengers. I definitely, whether I end up with a Giant Man or not, I definitely need a small Hank Pym and a Janet Van Dyne as in a classic Avengers. And that's really I want to see. I don't want to see any like iteration of the Avengers out through the 90s. I want to make classic Avengers, which I do have them. I have the Hulk, I have Hawkeye, I have Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne. Who else? Do I need to throw a Spider-Man in there or something? Which he's not, but you pretty much get what I'm saying. I have Captain America, Iron Man, things of that nature, man. So yeah, pretty cool set. Pretty cool set. This is not for everybody. Janet is really the true star. This is the star of this set, and Hank Pym's not that bad. I just feel like his body, I've seen it 1,000 times before, but it fits him, to be quite honest with you. But this definitely sold that set for me, and she's definitely worth it. She looks good. She's a really good looking, aesthetically looking figure. She will look good on the shelf under lights with these wings. And Janet is the shit, man. Janet is the shit, man. So decent set, not for everybody. Still believe it's on Hasbro Pulse for 50 bucks. They didn't really break your neck. $25 a piece. Each figure gets 2 head sculpts, a couple of pairs of hands, and some cool figure fodder. This isn't filled with a lot of figure fodder, but good figure fodder, like this like little lab thing right here that I believe the AIM officers or AIM got, laboratory guys got. Now this feels kind of rubbery, which is cool though, which is cool as far as his Quinjet. It feels good, and that's cool that it is. So it's not something a little hard. If you step on, you break, anything like that. It looks like it's gonna flex and mold and go up under your foot. Got the Bunsen Burners lab coat. Yeah. So pretty decent set, man. Pretty decent set. But yes, we're going to wrap it up with that. This is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of just pretty much talking about action figures that I've had sitting around. Pallet picks, man. Just talking figures, man. Opening up some figures and enjoying them. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.